Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream once again. I am Necrox, joined by DJ. Game 1 was an absolute phenomenal game to watch. Lotus taking a comeback victory from what was, I believe, at least a 5-round deficit, if not more than that, certainly a big one. But now we are readied up and geared for Game 2. DJ, Shiiiish had that one in the bag, I'm gonna be honest, and somehow the bag ripped open at the bottom and just everything fell through.
Oh God, don't bring that up, Necrox. That's traumatizing, man. I walk home from the grocery store. That's like a regular nightmare for me, man. But that is what it feels like for Shiiiish. I think you've encompassed it very nicely. They did have it in the bag. It was 12-9. They had a 5v3 and they were on the site. Crits stepped up huge, and from then on, it was Lotus all the way through. 5 rounds in a row. They step up when the pressure is highest. They win map number 1, and now they are primed 1 map away from moving on to the finals. It will be up to Team Shiiiish to refocus, to I guess revitalize the mental here and get ready for Icebox.
And stay cool is the name of the game, because indeed we are headed to Icebox for map number 2. I know this one is not favored by Lotus, certainly not one of the maps that they love playing on, with it being relatively new. Well, newer, not as new as Breeze, but it's just simply not as much practice, not as much comfort, and that makes a lot of sense. So this one going to be picked up. Seems like everything fits the bill here for Team Shiiiish. Ganesh and Gen are the only changes, but for Team Lotus, Otter will be on the Sage, Vinny on that Killjoy, and the others stay the same.
Yep, Killjoy does come out, can be very, very potent on some of the small sites, particularly, of course, A site on this Icebox map for Gen, and already seen how potent she can be on the Astra. So very, very strong controller. Here we do see a matching Killjoy. The Astra actually is picked up still for Crazy Royce, so a lot of kind of control coming out here from this Lotus roster. They got the Sage as well, still have the 2 entries. The Phoenix is interesting here. I don't think we see that all the time on Icebox. Of course, very, very good on A, but a lot of open space on B, and we typically see something like a Sky or a Breach preferred, but we'll have to hold on here as the opening trades come in. It's a full rush.
Yeah, there's no hesitation at all here from Team Shiiiish. They want straight on and no questions, if, ands, or buts. Wall gonna go up. Very powerful tool to protect the planter. A tap, but not going to be committed. Nice play there to get out of the gravity well, and Myth is going to open one up on a replay, maybe push out a little bit too far. Crits is going to double that one up as Ganesh falls with no hot hands at all. Vinny to take this duel, jumping right click, does not find success. A lot of the health bar, but no kill as Gen is extremely low. The heal is not sure if it's available from Kevin, but we're going to wait now on that one to make sure Gen has enough to win one more fight.
Crits picks up another one though, and he does also have the orb, so gonna go full overheal, and that's always super potent on a pistol round when it's hard to just blow you out of the water. Rotations coming through for Lotus. Excuse me, I think this is Team Shiiiish with the spike. Yeah, my apologies. This is Team Shiiiish getting onto A site. It looks like they might get a plant down, but rotations are coming through, and it's a 3v2.
Everyone's gonna rotate on over. Gen is gonna get a triple, but Crits ups him with a quadra. 4 for the Reyna on round 1. That is basically what she does best. When you get her rolling, overheal. It takes just too many pistol shots to take down someone with more than 100 HP at round 1. And a nice win there for Lotus to start themselves off better than they were on map 1.
Yeah, it's a little crazy there in that pistol round as it comes down to 1v1 with incredibly low health members. Crits early surviving even in the 3v2. Gen trying to be a hero again, but it's not quite enough, and the early kills from Lotus do come through. You can see why Astra is so nice on this map, because you can interrupt that sort of what was previously kind of a guaranteed plant setup. Sage B site. You run in, you create space, you put the wall up. There's not a whole lot that can be done about it, but you saw the hesitation there because of the gravity well that can now interrupt you from afar as you try to get that plant down. That is an interaction we will see a lot on this map.
Crits may have heard my criticism from game 1. He's stepping up big in round one, and now with some buys in for round two, everyone's got full armor, but Ganesh is gonna win no matter what. Gen's gonna find with a sheriff as well, and Lotus have begun to crumble. They've begun to fall apart, but Vinny has now stepped up to the plate, answering in kind with two. Myth finds one with a Marshall, and Vinny spraying, but not praying hard enough as Gen lands his shot with a sheriff. 2v1, and not enough HP for Gen to work with.
Yeah, almost certainly not enough HP, but this is a very solid eco round coming through. 3 deaths on the side of Lotus. Even if they lose the round, I think you'll see Team is going to be very happy about how this Gen killed a bit more, as the sheriff's still in his hands. But
would need to isolate 2 1v1s here and find them at about 0 HP loss. Left. Doesn't have the spike just quite yet. Now walking that direction. Gen can win this one out. It would be a miracle, but would love to see Gen put on that performance after a devastating loss on map 1. Can he do it? Maybe make the play here, push them in the direction they certainly need to go, but that's not the right timing. Even less HP to work with, trying to get the plant off for Econ. Was Gen never going to win the 1v1 around that corner with such little HP? A Myth, good to deny it, but a shaky win at best for Lotus.
Yeah, caught between a rock and a hard place. Gen trying his absolute best, but just runs out of time. Nevertheless, again, a solid eco round coming through from Team Shiiiiish. They take 3 guns off of Lotus. That will force a bit of a rebuy here. And still 2 rounds for Lotus, so you can't complain too much. But again, a very solid response from Team Shiiiiish. And now on their first full gun round, 5 Vandals in the inventory. They look primed to take this one.
They look primed and ready as the bonus is pretty weak, to be honest, with so many deaths. There's just not too much armament to be found, and yeah, that's how you open it up. Crits is immediately going to drop, and that was basically the best rifle that they had, was the Marshall. You still have a couple Spectres, but the range just isn't going to be there to match that of a Vandal or a Phantom. It's actually just 5 Vandals for Team Shiiiiish, by the way. What is that from Roy? Completely blind, ends up trading this one back. Every kill you get for Lotus is money out of the pockets, but straight back in as Andrew Shi gets some credit for that one. Didn't do your diligence. Not checking the corner. Vinny in a one and done spot will be taken down in a Myth. Well, any rifle you can pick up would be a benefit to the team. There's a resurrect for Econ. Does a Myth swing this corner fast enough to win the duel? Oh, that one was deadly. Does he pull the knives? Does he have confidence?
I don't know. It's still a 1v3. It'd be very, very tricky against the Sage. Trying to push onto the site. The spike's already down. See what he wants to do
that
here.
Top angle is going to be rough. That one is going to be rough to clear. Whoa. No way a Myth can win these 1v2. He has the knives. He has 5 bullets. But no, the drop isn't good enough. I thought maybe there's a chance he used the Bladestorm, committed everything, but he didn't want to throw that one away. So he plays safe, just tries to get anything he can, and this was the plan. Look at the buy from a Myth. It's operator time.
It is operator time. We'll see what he can do with it as they are headed over. Let's see, he's headed for that long B angle. Yeah, so setting up at the deep angle. Keep your eyes peeled because the setup is on B here for Team Shiiiiish. So this could be looking like a Myth time.
This could be massive from a Myth if he can find these kills. That would be just ridiculous. There's one from a Myth. Any more to be found? No, he just dashes away. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I was about to say, yeah, don't win those. That is just awkward. What is this? He's got 2 before I've even had a chance to breathe. And he gives absolutely no room to Shiiiiish to operate. The Killjoy will finally give them some space, but the retake is going to be really strong here. The hold needs to be perfect. Plant going to go down. Leg onto Kevin, lucky to escape with his life.
Yeah, man, we were saying it's a Myth time. Yeah, this whole round is a Myth time. The end of that last round was nearly a Myth time as he created a glimmer of hope out of nearly nothing. What trade kills do come through Kevin? Oh my god!
Sometimes you just get a Myth. Finally, he'll lose his life, but that was sacrificial. It didn't matter if he died. They'll try to secure his operator back for him. There it is, barely in the nick of time. And remember what I said last time, DJ? There are some rounds where you get maneuvered, you get pushed around the map. Sometimes you just lose to a myth outright, and that was one of those times. What a play from the man at the top of the board.
Yeah, what a play from a myth, and it all set up kind of perfectly for us there, Necrox. We saw him nearly 1v4 in the previous round, had the Bladestorm, picks up the operator, and where do they go? Straight into the operator, and a myth punishes them. Lotus pushing out to a 3-1 lead, and you can see him right back, and a bit of an adjusted long B angle here, and they're pushing into him once again.
And quick update on the other side of the bracket, Coxie has won their semifinal matchup 2-0. So whoever wins this will face them in the finals. But still waiting on that. Determinant to become a myth is in a really bad spot here, though. Dashing away. What in the world are these moves from a myth? This is impossible. How does he get out of this one? Otter's opened it up, by the way. I'm not even sure what's going on. It's chaos, but a myth will finally drop. Jen's gonna find one with a Vandal as well. Finally, there's some peace and quiet, but not for long. Vinny's gonna drop down the lockdown to try to make this retake work. Ganesh tucked behind yellow has one more curveball available. Jen has the safety of that pocket. In yellow, Crits is gonna die as well. 2-on-3 for the plant. The spike is ticking. The tap now from Roy. 1v1. How the hell did Vinny get 2? But Ganesh doubles it up and gets 4. Sheesh. My God, this game is on fire.
This whole series is on fire, Necrox. Remember where we came from. We came from a 12-9 comeback, 5 rounds in a row from Lotus, and we're right back at it. They're just killing each other on spawn, on rounds. It's 3-2. Nobody can get an advantage. And right after we see the myth operator showcase, we see a showcase of how to play against an operator. They push slow. They wait. They assume he's on that site, and then it's flash into smoke, into utility. A myth has to use literally everything in his arsenal to stay alive. He only gets 1 shot away, and it's a diverted shot. Now he's fighting back, though. He's gonna get 2 with the knives.
What the heck is that 2? With a right clicks from the Jet. A 1-and-done position turns for a 2-for-1. And a save round for Lotus. With only pistols now, it doesn't seem all that far away from reality of a win. And what is that from Roy as well? Lotus, my God, you can never count this team out, or you can never count Andrew Shi out, as he just bangs Otter right through the box. And now we'll get Plant down 2-on-2. The retake effort from Lotus. Andrew Shi and replay on the hold.
Yeah, the gun's still very much in favor. Crazy Roy did pick up a Vandal. Keep your eyes on him. Now Vinny picks one up, so it's a full 2v2 here. Spike is planted. Vinny gets the opening kill.
It's truly exhausting for Team Shiiiish. This cannot keep happening. Rounds that belong to them, pushes that are deserved, get ripped away. And Lotus, just take everything out of your lungs, kick you down, and don't stop hitting. A thrifty win once again.
Yeah, it truly is. Again, this is such a brawl, a scrap between these two teams. Lotus now landing a body blow once again onto Shiiiish, picking up a thrifty thanks to the opening from a myth. 3 rounds in a row where it's basically a myth versus the entirety of Team Shiiiish, and it's 2-1 in favor of a myth. So far, he's got the operator back in his hands again, but Team Shiiiish doesn't look like they're going to be coming anywhere near him as they set up in more of a default
2-2-1 split with a spike left behind, so playing this one a little bit slower. They've learned their lesson, or have they, as Otter just finds one under tube. Well done there. Here comes the knives from Andrew, I believe, or maybe that was a myth, but I believe he'd used his knives last round, so there's no way he has them this time. And yes, it's Andrew who has those knives out. And the push is now on A. A myth is by himself, but the rest of the team for Lotus is just waiting really for this push to come through. The turret will be dropped, and now they know this is where the attack is coming.
Yeah, you're already losing a flash member. Those have the 2 Reyna flashes, and A site really tricky if you don't take care of vertical angles with some disruption. They are going to get on the site, but here comes the
3-for-1. Oh my gosh, the frags are going left and right. Andrew's going to win it with a pistol of all things. Triple kill for him so far. but look who it is left alive. It's a myth with the operator retaking. It's just so hard to do, but if you can get the one up in nest, that would be just important for him. But yeah, the scope is just in his way there. So 4 finds its way for Andrew and Team Shiiiish with a big win for themselves. Take it 3-4, still at a deficit. The economy for Lotus is not broken just quite yet. A couple members going to be operating on half or broken buys, maybe even 3 of them here, but yeah, I think Lotus is going to opt for a save. This should be an even game after this one, unless Lotus can pull out the incredible miracle works once more.
Yeah, that time they go very far away from a myth, and that's the one kind of situation you want nothing to do with an operator. The A site is tight. It's a lot of vertical angles. There's nothing long for you to do. It's so hard to retake like that with an operator. So a little unfortunate for a myth. Once again, it's an adjustment. It's the adaptation. And here we go with the B push. Oh, I can't believe
How
it
does
is
he
gonna
get
kill it.
1 from nothing? He's 1v3 and just barely gets around the side of yellow to get 1 in return. The operator doesn't find its way, but Crits is taken down all the same. Vinny now trying to swing, and this one's really falling apart. This is Shiiiiish showing up against Lotus. They wanted their win, and they'll take it against the Thrifty. No more shenanigans, no more hooligan-esque play. Operator won't land. Roy's probably not going to repeat that one without some insistence from the kid. Spray will find it for Roy. That could be a rifle he saves, and yeah, that's probably the call here. 1v4 will walk away with what feels like a minor win for Lotus, but a major one for Team Shiiiish.
Yeah, 2 major wins here. Again, go from adapt, right? Gotta go from in that round. Find a way to make it, and now they're going to go right back to even here with Lotus, 4-4. These teams are so even. Continue to pick and pull each other's strategies apart, and we are in for a banger here on Icebox again. Lotus ahead by a map because of that incredible comeback, but make no mistake, Team Shiiiish is not going to go lying
Perfectly
down.
done here from Shiiiish so far, and was a pretty rough start for themselves, but things have calmed down a little bit, I feel like. While the rounds themselves are chaotic and impactful, the overall state of the series has begun to settle into a rhythmic fashion of back and forth between Shiiiish and Lotus. The question is, who's the first to break the stride? At the end of last game, it was Lotus pulling out win after win after win. Now I feel like it is Shiiiish who have stepped up into this map number 2, onto Icebox, and have broken out, it feels like, in the semifinals. Can they hold that to their name, though, is the question, with one more default, one more pick, one more attempt at a pick, rather, onto a critical member. If a myth falls here, this could be a full sprint onto the site. 52 HP will walk back away, but the push is already in kitchen. You need to be careful about that one. Gen is here.
Okay. They're trying to chase him down. He's got the utility out. That's a huge opener.
Gen somehow finds his way out and gets a second one. Replay is going to make it 3. And Lotus overextend, it feels like, trying to find that kill. And 3 of them just drop Roy. Will get the head of Ganesh on a silver platter, but 2v4. I feel like I've said this story many a time before. But can Lotus even the score? Replay. Looking to make that one a try. There's one more attempt. The wall's going to go up. The plant's going to go down. Amid trying to spray, but there's a wall there. He's being enclosed now. Spike's gone down. The retake has to come through. The wall is good, but Andrew got a little bit too greedy with the peek. Here comes the spray down to the wall. The tap. Not sure if they can hear that one through the Astro wall, but Amith has already found 3. Stashed back, and now he has the knives. The reset city could come through. Amith has clutched these before. Gen has done it as well, though. He's got a 3. It's a 1v1. The Killjoy turret is ticking him away. He needs to find the kill into yellow, but Gen is playing time so patiently, so well. Gen has tucked himself away. Now needs to tap the spike once more. Roy trying to look for something, but Gen has turned to Gen Jesus again with a beautiful clutch.
Gen back up to 14 frags. I think it's a 3K on the round, and it looked so good for Team Shiiiish. Then it looked so bad for Team Shiiiish. But Gen, the rock at the heart of this lineup, comes up big again. They take the lead for the first time in this map. Huge stuff there, 5-4 in favor of Team Shiiiish.
We have on our hands. Another broken buy for Lotus will set them up for a loss here, but of course you can really never count them out. I'll say that over and over again. Myth, that's a little unfortunate to get caught out there. Well played from Shiiiish to know that he likes to sit in those close positions on save rounds. Knives are not going to count for much in this one. The plant is almost going to go down. The Killjoy committed. And the Sheriff from Chris just doesn't find the mark, nor does a flank from Roy. This one's wrapped up in a pretty bow for Shiiiish as they look to take themselves for a 2-round advantage.
Yeah, it was a very broken buy from Lotus after that last round. Otter will pick one up. That's some nice stuff. A little bit of damage here. We'll probably pick up the gun as well. But yeah, it's going to be so very, very hard here. Only a pistol on Vinny. He does get a spot here. They don't know where he is. He's going to pick one up.
Vinny's got one, 2v3, but the time is just ticking away. Yeah, you try with the ghost, but if you're not super pixel perfect on those shots, the dinks are what you need, and the dinks are not what he found. Otter trying to do anything here, trying to find exits at all, but really nothing will be given by Shiiiish. They're just too clean for it, and they'll take themselves a 2-round advantage. Otter gets a rifle, though. What does the econ look like from Lotus as they try to get themselves a buy? Everyone's going to be rifled up, and once more, an operator on the hands of the deadly assassin in a myth.
Yep, back to a full gun round here for Lotus, and another chance to take it right back, to punch right back. I mean, we talked about the body blow that Shiiiish got with that thrifty win from Lotus earlier. They come right back and they hit a right hook to the face of Lotus. They're back in the lead. Will this fight, this brawl, this absolute slugfest go back in the favor of Lotus? It feels like two prize fighters just taking shots, and Lotus have the guns to try to take theirs again.
Ganesh is going to be pulled in, vulnerable for now, and that means Crits is going to win the duel. That's a big one. Ganesh has fallen. The entry has been cut in half now, all on replay to open up this site. Andrew Shi could do something similar, but he just doesn't have quite that much agency in his Kinemith, holding under 2, but an operator won't find all too much success with it. But the A push may be the move here. The spike's been picked up. We'll see where Kevin Shi goes, and it's through mid, it appears, but Myth is waiting with this sniper. She's holding back, and I think we're going straight back to B or maybe mid. One of the two. It's straight to B.
Still one lurker here mid. Just going to play a little slow as we replay. But yep, now all 3 of those members. One lurk in A. It is Andrew. Against all this Killjoy utility. Will he find a pick? Just a revive. We're gonna go back to A. I think they're sniffed out here. There's 3 members hanging around there.
30 seconds left.
The rotations have not come through. We've seen this before in the quarterfinals, and early rotation, and it leads to a loss. But does that smell the same fate for Team Shiiiish? Myth dashing forward. That was a mistake for sure. Ganesh will punish him in the hardest way possible. It heals in for Kevin, so all that damage is just negated. Otter on a flank. They need to buy time. They need to bide their angles here for as long as possible. Gen may be caught out. Oh, that's disaster. The shots through from Otter just don't find it, and Gen was aware of the push through 2. Crits is gonna find 3 though. Roy's gonna drop. Crits has got 4. What the hell? The man could get 6 if he wanted. Vinny's gonna steal it away though. Now in a 1v1. Crits needs this one. A blind effort from Kevin. Not sure if he meant to be up there, but it's a full ace for Crits, and a big win for Lotus. As again, those early rotations, they're punished. They were waiting, and Lotus take one back 5-6.
I mean, Crits, what a hero. Where do these rounds come from sometimes? You talked about it, Necrox, that anyone on this Lotus roster can be a hero, and it's Crits once again. He had 4 kills before that round. He was 4 and 8 going into that round. He comes away with 5 kills on the round to leap up to 9 and 8. Like, that's insane. What a round from Crits. And another punch goes right back to Team Shiiiish. What a brawl we have between these two teams. We saw F8 and Divine Ascension earlier. Now we've got Lotus and Team Shiiiish.
All right, well, now in the state of the game, I believe we have a pause. We're gonna have to figure out what that one is about, but for now, the round, I believe, will be delayed. Indeed, we're going to a pause so we get a little bit of time to break down what's going on between these two teams and who can make the difference here in such a close series.
Yeah, I mean, it could be literally anyone at this point. I mean, there's a couple of notable members, Necrox, but when you see Crits step up like that with a full 5-man round, a full 5 frag round, it's just, it literally could be anyone on these teams. You know, the notable members have been, of course, Gen for Team Shiiiish. Andrew Shi, of course, and a myth has been massive here for Lotus, but we saw it last game. Team Shiiiish found their stride in the mid game on Ascent. They had that 3-round cushion at 12-9, and Lotus came right back. It's really hard for me to call players who is going to be the hero, because it just feels like these teams are so evenly matched that everyone is so useful to their team composition that it can be anyone. I mean, how many times has Ganesh stepped up? The double kill on the line of fire in that earlier round on Ascent. Like, there are so many good players in this game, and really, you see some of the strategies I think they're trying to employ. You know, some of the late pushes up mid, trying to assault on B. They're trying to mix it up, but it just feels like these teams, more so than planning, are adapting to each other in game, and that is why we get this incredible firefight between the two, where it's round after round, it's adaptation after adaptation, it's duel after duel. We're just to see who comes out with those critical wins at the end of this map.
And I'll tell you, my eyes are on two players. If I had to pick replay on the Reyna, I think he could do a lot more for Team Shiiiish in the upcoming attacking rounds. And even on defense, can get very aggressive on the Reyna. And Vinny, I think, could be a masterpiece here for Lotus on this Killjoy. For now, we'll have to wait and see, as the push is already on after the pause has broken. Otter's going to open this one up. Uh-oh, Ganesh was caught out trying to get something there, but he will go down to the Nano Swarm. The spike has been planted. Gen on a nice flank. Roy is going to find one onto Kevin, but it's traded right back. Crits will drop a myth. It's going to get one with the operator, and Gen on the flank. What can he do? Absolutely nothing. Bulldog from Vinny shuts down the effort, and the half has now concluded.
Oh my God, Necrox. I can't remember the exact line from the Avengers movie, the last one here with Thanos, but something along the lines of, you couldn't live with your mistakes, so where did that lead you? Back to me. And look where we're back to here. Another 6-6 half, Necrox. They cannot find a differentiation between these two teams. They are just duking it out. And now, even again on Icebox, we will switch sides, as you mentioned. Replay here on this rain, and not having the greatest of maps, but now on the attacking half, these entries become so critical. Ganesh and replay, keep your eyes on them as they look to head towards A in this initial
push. What is interesting to note here, DJ, is that a myth and crew were defending. He was playing Jet, which is typically an attacker-sided sort of agent, unless you can consider the operator on defense. He is now going to be on the assault, and Gen, who has been at the top of his team, is now on defense on the Killjoy. So both of these players may be looking to make a difference, but not in this one. He will be killed immediately. Same thing with Vinny. And the hold is strong from Team Shiiiish in the beginning of half number 2 on map number 2. As Otter will find one with the Ghost, has a spike as well, but the flank is really big. Two members trying to find it. Ganesh can't get those shots in. Curveball around the wall. Roy's at about 5 HP, but a headshot will send him down to his grave 6 feet under. And Andrew opens up from belt and finds another one. Team Shiiiish start themselves off in the half right.
And it is Andrew once again that comes up big here in the pistol for Team Shiiiish. They open up very, very strong, getting the pistol round, moving to 7-6. And again, Econ coming in for Lotus. So we'll likely be looking at an 8-6, and the body blows just come right back in. It looked like a decent push. They got onto site, but quickly were flanked by Ganesh and shut down when they did arrive on site. So nice opening defense. And as you're mentioning, out comes the Marshall from Andrew, that patented long angle defenders. Player Gen for Team Shiiiish all day has that utility set up all over the map, trying to get some lineups here and shut down this aggressive push and a Myth on the attacking side.
Myth with that spike as well has Ganesh to get through. Very low is crits, but a Myth is even lower at 0 HP. He will drop. Ganesh opens it up, gonna get healed up as well. So basically a 1.5 for nothing. Make it 2.5 for nothing. Vinny's gonna fall as well. Myth and Vinny just dying at the beginning of every round. Lotus have to shake this dust off their boots, off their shoulders, wipe it off. But Ganesh is hot. He's burning Lotus down to the ground. And Otter, not sure if Bites beats fire in this duel, and Wind will win it out at the end. A flawless victory from the Shiiiish and round. Sure, we expected to go their way, but Lotus just get dismantled.
Yeah, very nicely done. Yes, it was that Econ. You do expect that round to go the way of Team Shiiiish, but that is flawless right there. And that's very, very nice, because we saw what happened earlier when Lotus won their pistol, but they lost 3 members in the eco round afterwards. It was not the best buy that followed up from them. When you keep all 5, it's pretty easy to either go full save and wait for a very healthy economy on round 3, or go Ares come out here. But they will mostly keep their SMEs, and oh baby, Otter gonna get the early pick on
a shot there, but oh, look at the aggression from Lotus. It just matches the hold, if not overtakes that hold from Team Shiiiish. Plant gonna go down and 3v5 again. When you get an explosive round like this at the beginning, it's all on the members that were in risky positions or flank angles to take the round, but there's really no one here for them, and because of it, they simply lose out. Sure, a bonus was attempted, but flawless loss in round 3.5 is really not what you want to be looking at, and Lotus will wipe the floor with this one. Jinjin probably doesn't want to save this Ares, unless he does, unless he has confidence in this gun for future rounds. But Vinny hunting for this final kill. They both see each other, but a headshot and wallbang will find Vinny.
Oh my god, look at them all sprinting. They're all sprinting here. Now they're going to get here. They're going to hold up on the angle.
Oh, that's tragic. Could you imagine if Gen had just popped a couple, or maybe even all of them? That would have been just amazing. But instead, the firing squad is there, and they mow him down with regards.
Poor Gen. I think he's expecting to swing into like 2 members there. The entirety of Lotus just sprints to the spot. They're all waiting, guns trained on the swing. So won't save that Ares. Will upgrade to an Odin here. We do go right back again, round for round, as Lotus fight back in the gun round. Now we have full guide. A quick B hitting out here.
Right, walls up, dash through. Lotus are looking to make the play, but Gen's gonna be able to trade it back with the Odin. Lots of bullets, but not many kills, excuse me, as Ganesh is gonna find Roy. That's the Astra gone with run it back. Well done. To get that trade even. Plant gone down for Lotus, and a Myth is already in kitchen, by the way. Somehow he's managed to sneak his way up and in. 3-on-3. Now for the retake, the flank could come through from Team Shiiiish, and the post plan is really all on site. There's not too many members here that are off on a lurk, so the pinch could be dangerous here for the man in 2, but Myth has to do it all. Maybe gonna swing out. Gonna get 1, gonna get 2. He's traded back. 4 for the round. All they have to do is get 1. Crits needs to spray this, and he could win it for the team. Halfway already done. Up above, and try it or not. Crits has the high ground as he shows who the master is, and the Padawan will fall.
Yeah, poor Andrew, always going to be at a disadvantage there. Didn't even do the fabled jump to try to get onto the even ground. Just falls to crits, and that will tie us up once again, Necrox. Nobody can pull away from the other team. It will be a save coming in here for the side of Team Shiiiish. I don't think they necessarily need to, but they're electing to do so, so they are healthy next round. Looking like a Lotus victory here to push to 9-8 as the momentum continues to swing.
You can see maybe a little bit of
forth.
impatience there from Team Shiiiish. Maybe they're starting to feel the pressure here. Replay is just trying to spray with his sheriff, trying to find maybe a lucky headshot. Otter's going to revive Roy in the meantime, and Ibith has found an advanced position. Once again, he's always so far forward. He's always in your face, always causing problems, and Otter is there to back him up and follow through. Roy's going to swing on Gen, but Ganesh trades it back with a sheriff, but I don't think it mattered at all. The curveball is around the corner, but Kritz has found himself to safety. Ganesh against 4. We've seen him make miracles, but these are just impossible. And the headshot from Myth will seal the deal, close up the case, and take Lotus 9-8.
There is that 9-8 that we expected. Only one member falling, if I'm not mistaken, from Lotus. So nice round there on the eco. We will go back to a full gun buy here from Team Shiiiish. And here we go again, Necrox, the operator coming out here for Andrew Shii. Gonna look for an early pick. Everybody on their preferred weapon. And we are still just deadlocked here at 9-8 in the latter stage, of this map. Can Team Shiiiish get the punch back that they're looking for?
Round 18 now in map 2. Team Shiiiish need to come back from a 1-round disadvantage and take a win if they want a chance at finals, if they want to see a map 3 in the series. Lotus had taken map 1 in just a comeback fashion. Now Team Shiiiish face elimination here in the XLNC tournament. Otter's going to get that plant down to a nice Astro wall. Excuse me, from Crazy Roy. Has the lockdown to get a little bit of a zoning tool. And here comes the retake effort. The lockdown's gonna go forward. The flank is yet to find its mark. Ganesh is gonna open it up onto a myth. Gen trying to do the best that he can to clear some members out. Andrew Shii is gonna find it. Crits with the operator. And Otter and Roy now we're on a full sprint back to the bomb. Can they get there in time? Ganesh is now back with the defuse. The members are trying to keep him safe, trying to keep him secure. Roy with the spray is gonna be able to find it now on a 1v3 on Vinny. The time is on his side, but can he do enough? No! Andrew there with a lockdown on the angle with the operator. Ice runs through the veins of this man. Team Shiiiish tie it up 9-9. Dude, like, we can't, there's just no separation whatsoever, Necrox. Like, where do you eat? Like, what can you even talk about? They're just taking duels. They're going to each site. They're fighting each other as much as they possibly can. The setup was very nice there on B site from Lotus. They get the wall out. They get the other wall out. They get their plant down. Killjoy ultimate comes down. It earns space. Ganesh goes a little nuts, opening up kills. It's just back and forth and back and forth. Now there are 3 ultimates on the side of Lotus as they attack, and Otter gets the opener. So they are oh my gosh, 2 for 1. Make it even though. 2-2 now have dropped. An operator from Andrew will find the mark in mid as Vinny drops Otter and Roy left to do it all, and Ganesh will be revived. From hell he ascends back onto earth, onto Icebox in map 2. Team Shiiiish need this win, need to find themselves at an advantage. They don't want to be playing from a deficit at elimination point of all things in the semifinals. It's a close angle going to be swung here by Otter, but there's no one to peek him, so it's generated a little bit of space for himself, looking to get that plant down. But the moment they hear that spike diffuse, the plant, they know there's only one member left to get through. Roy has to win this one. He does. 2v3. Ganesh now knows the plant's going to be on the other side. The rotate is on, so for now, it could be a 2v2. Roy now going to try to get the plant down. The operator still in the hands of Andrew, so these long angles are so deadly. They just can't win those fights. Here comes a run it back as well. Andrew's got one with the onto Otter, and the run it back as well is being used. Everything thrown at Roy, and he just can't handle the heat as he gets burned. Sheesh take an advantage, a 1-round advantage.
You will expect them to work.
Yeah, it's like you're watching the army pour over your wall there if you are Crazy Roy. Just seeing the enemy troops jumping in over his head, and there's nothing he can do as he is completely surrounded by 3 members. And maybe this is the moment for Team Shiiiish. We saw them pull away a little bit in that Ascent map before Lotus clawed it back. They now have the lead. They have hurt the economy of Lotus a bit. It is still a nearly full gun buy here. 1 pistol. Nope, it is going to be a full gun buy. Maybe using the knives here for a myth, as there are 4 ultis available for Lotus on this attack. They are headed towards A. They are prompt and ready to go.
Crits is just gonna get dropped by Andrew. What a shot to open it up, but there's a revive. That shot turns into dust as Crits is revived, resurrected back onto the fight. One more opportunity for Lotus to take a push here. Myth is going to swing with the knives, but it's a crouch shot from Replay to win that one out. That's a big name to find at the beginning of the round, and here comes the attacker Killjoy. The lockdown is going to force everyone off the site. Retreat. The white flags are being signaled, but Otter went a little bit too fast. Roy's going to trade Dinesh right back, though, for his sins. As the spike has gone down, Roy, Crits, and Vinny, 3-man squad to win against 4. Replay, Kevin, Jen, and Andrew left to take this one 11-9. Can they do it? There's Roy gonna drop. The retake is good, 2v4, but Lotus have done it before. Can they level the score once again? Vinny's gonna find one now in a 1v3, but Jen is opened up with the Odin and will deny any heroics from Lotus. The defuse will come through, and they take themselves to 11.
No, you don't deserve my inventions.
This Necrox, the first time in so many rounds that we have even seen a 2-round difference between these teams. But critically, this round has broken Lotus's economy. They are not going to be able to buy up here. There are 2 rifles in. I don't think there's enough money for a full 5. We'll see what they can come up with. But now, look at the situation, man. It's so similar to last map here. 11-9, Lotus with a choice of whether to buy or not. It looks like a bit of a half buy coming in for them. Can they turn this one around once again and stop Shiiish's
execution,
momentum?
all on landing your shots, being the player to step up and create legacy and history at XLNC. It's a buy-in from Lotus. They want as much as they can to try to take any kills at all, and that's a good way to start it. An operator has been found in mid, but Otter's the one to wield it. He's gonna get pinched though, but he's gonna trade him right back. The Odin opens up once again from Jen. Make it even, 3-on-3 for now. Kevin rotating through mid, but Jen with the Odin will bang Roy through the box, and he just drops and falls over. Crits had the rifle to begin with to win this round for Lotus. Shoulder peek out from Jen. He's feeling himself surely to try to win this duel. Throws the pistol out like it's CSGO, trying to bait out a shot or 2. Will drop, but there's still reinforcements around that bar. The railing is getting in the way, but Crits will drop. Now it's do or die, sink or swim for Lotus. If they want a 2-0, they have to pull it out here now, or we're going to map 3.
Yes, we potentially are here, Necrox. I mean, how many mirrored situations can you possibly ask for in a series? 12-9 in favor of this Team Shiiiish side. This time, I think they were on attack last time. They are on defense now. Full buy here from Lotus. Can they pull it back again? Last time it was in this round.
Just
who will it be this time?
One member is all you need to step up and make this happen. Lotus had done it before. Can they do it once again? That is the question that you and I are still anticipating. Everyone watching is still anticipating. Operator still in for Andrew. They need to be careful not to get picked off at the beginning of the round like they always do. And really the true unsung hero of this game has been Andrew Shiiiiish on this jet. Has been so consistently good, and there's the unsung hero, the sung hero of the round and the series has been Jen with the Odin. Otter is gonna trade one back, but the trades just aren't going their way, excuse me. Because now they might find an even duel to be had. Lotus need a win. Lockdown is through on a nice edge. Nails are being bitten. Nerves are at an all-time high. Roy sacrifices his life to get the lockdown, but Gen opens up with the Odin once again. 2v3. Otter and Vinny at match point.
30 seconds left.
But you couldn't want anyone else than Vinny here as well, up against Gen. This is so tight. Wall gonna go up. Here we go.
Vinny tries it and he
Vinny's
gets
gonna push.
it. 2v2 now. The heal is in. Vinny's gonna be taught back off to 100 HP. Here comes the retake from Kevin Shiiiiish and Andrew Shiiiiish. Team Shiiiiish, the Shii brothers, trying to find something to get onto the site. There's the Killjoy. They know exactly where Vinny is. They're going to pinch him if he's not careful. He needs to get some reinforcements if he wants to get out of this position. But he's been sliced and diced by Andrew Shiiiiish. Up in the air he goes, but not able to take down Otter, who's found himself tucked away in a nest in a 1v2. Needs to win this gun duel. Make the play of your life. Do it for Team Lotus. The defuse is coming through, but he doesn't sure. He's not sure if it's a hold effort. Otter with the clutch, with backs against the wall. A right-handed hook from Otter will keep them alive.
Are we watching history repeat itself, Necrox? I would not believe it. I wouldn't play Valorant for a month if this happens again. Team Shiiiiish have got to be sweating. 12-10. Staying alive is Lotus, still with a full gun buy. No ultis on the side of Team Shiiiiish. Only the Sage Resurrection available for Lotus as they head towards A again.
9:39 p.m. Eastern Standard on May 15th, 2021, because this could be history made by Lotus. And of course, it's a myth to open it up along with Vinny. The man who just clutched the last round is here again for Lotus. He's flashed, he's blinded, a myth will die, but Crits is there to train him back. Lotus have each other at all times. The run it back finds no success, and Gen left against the world for Team Shiiiiish. It's 10-12. The lockdown was used, everything used, except this revive from Lotus. Gen. No way he gets this done. His position's been revealed now. With the Odin, I think it's a save, or maybe just trying to find some exits, but he's given up on the effort to get back onto the bomb. We're headed 11-12. The question is, how many lives can stay alive? The Lotus economy cannot afford any deaths.
My God, Necrox, they've done it again, and I gotta say, you can kind of feel the desperation coming in from Team Shiiiiish. Why was that run it back expended in a 2v5, Necrox?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I have to agree. Even though Team Shiiiiish are at an advantage, they were at an advantage last game. But this happened last game. Lotus were behind. They come back. They somehow trade each other so perfectly. And they win when it doesn't belong to them. And now match point for what feels like an eternity that Team Shiiiiish have been sitting on. One more round and we're going to OT once again.
I mean, this is it. Full buy, one light shield for Kevin Shiiiiish, operator for a myth. Put up or shut up here, Team Shiiiiish. You have got to overcome your demons in this round.
B long, meanwhile, the push is on A. The shot doesn't find it for a myth. They both miss each other, excuse me, as now the push is strong. Ganesh hears so many footsteps here. He's got to be careful. At least has to get one of the shot, but replay is going to open up with a nice shot on the belt onto Crits from the safety of his spawn, and Ganesh is going to get one with a nice dink. But look at Lotus. They just trade them back. The revive, and Crits is going to be so critical. He's now back in the fight, back in the fray of things. Rotation now out from Lotus. They're going back to the other side. B it is.
Gen is dead on B, losing the trade, losing against the myth with the operator. Their leader here in this game. It's gonna be up to them. Andrew Shiiiiiish, really Kevin Shiiiiiish. They have to come up clutch in a 3v4.
Hands have got to be tense. Nerves are through the roof at this point for these two teams. You could only imagine the sweat pouring down their wrist now as they try to secure a necessary win. Team Shiiiiiish needs to win this one, or you could only feel that Lotus have it in themselves to pull this one back. There's a way to start it out, but Vinny trades him right back. Andrew's gonna drop now on a 3v2. The 2v3 retake has to be good. There's a way to start it onto Otter. The headshot's gonna find the mark. Myth has the knives, has the operator, everything he needs to clutch this round out. The plan has already gone down. Clock is ticking. Team Shiiiiiish need to find something. The knives are in for a Myth. There's one, but not two. 1v2, but the time is just not there. One more swing from a myth, but they can't get it. A myth cleans it up grabs the op. He will die, but it didn't ever matter. Do you believe what you are seeing on your screen? Overtime, 2 times in a row. Lotus have brought it back and now looking to secure a ticket to finals.
Oh my God, Necrox, I can't believe it. What is happening? It literally has happened again. 12-9. I would say this time around, the rounds played a little bit better by Lotus, but at least one of those was in favor of Team Shiiiish, and they can't do it again. Overtime on map 2. Lotus claws it back again, and if you're Team Shiiiish, you have got to take a deep breath. You cannot be thinking that this is happening again. You've got to find a way to turn this around. All rifles,
full binds, even playing field for overtime. I think back to that round where Lotus lost. They committed 4 ultis, and somehow they still lost. And somehow, yet they're still in the game. It's just been miracle after miracle after miracle for Lotus, a team that may think they don't deserve to be this far, but if you keep pulling miracles, at some point you have to turn it into skill. 1-for-1 trade of the round so far. Quits will trade his life for Ganesh. Another nice shot from Amith, who has himself at 28 and 19 in overtime for now. It's slow from Team Shiiiish. The spike is pretty far up, but Amith is going to find Vinny, who had pushed himself a little bit too far into A, now trying to find one more gun duel win. Andrew Sheet is here. The spike going to go down. Vinny had dropped, excuse me. He was the one to fall. Roy in rafters. Retake from Lotus in a 3v4.
Yeah, that was a lurk 40 seconds in the making from Drew Shi, and his patience does pay off. They have the site now. They have the post plant. They have to be clutch here. The round you cannot give away. There are no ultis. You're in a 3v4 in full.
Team Shiiiish have to block this one, and there it is. The frags are good, and finally something breaks their way. 1 round advantage. Is it enough against Lotus? Match point once again for Team Shiiiish. 1 more full buy, 1 more win, 1 more Odin for Jen and crew. And they could be headed to map 3 after a long night of Valorant. DJ, how long can they last?
That should be the flip switch there. I want to see the confidence stay for Team Shiiiish. They've broken the curse a little bit, but don't count Lotus out. Time and time again, from any source it can come. Here we go on attack. They're headed back towards the site. They have been so successful. They're headed back A. 2 members await them on this site. Both of the flashes, none of the operators or the long-range weaponry. Jen is on the other side of the map. Can they find
one more shot? And there it is. Ganesh and Kevin Shi, excuse me, are going to both open up 5v3 Lotus. Well, all it is to say is you need 1 more miracle from Lotus. You need 1 more chance to win this one out. Otter 2 points shy of that revive, and Andrew on the flank here.
Andrew's position
could be deadly, could be a lethal position here for the Jet. Andrew, who has been so big, crits does not know at all, and he will drop 2v5. Now for Lotus, the light grows dim, the chances grow slimmer as Team Shiiiish finally have a grasp on this game, finally have a grasp on the series. Roy and Otter left to do it all. If they make this play, it's got to be the series of their career, the play of their career. Roy's going to open it up. Otter's going to find 1 more. All of a sudden, the odds aren't that unlikely. Going to pull back away onto Belt. The flank position was always revealed. Otter going to tap once more, but the sound cue just didn't go off. 22 HP left. There's the wall up. Roy's taking an advanced position against Jen, but he doesn't win the duel. Now to 1v3 against Otter. Needs to do everything against the flanker, Jen. So low, the revive was ready, but it was not in time. And Team Shiiiish will take us to match point at map 3.
Oh, they break the curse, Necrox. It looked like history was doomed to repeat itself, but Team Shiiiish overcome their demons, and they will force us to a decisive map 3 here in a series that is so incredibly close. I cannot even see the pixel level differentiation between Team Shiiiish and Team Lotus. What a series we have. You have got to be here.
I
for
don't
this
know
final
what
match.
else you could be doing on this evening other than tuned in to these two teams duking out for semis. A phenomenal series so far between Lotus, overtime both times in semifinals, but we're not done just quite yet. One more map, one more round to go between these two, trying to just get a chance to win it all tomorrow in finals. Only time will tell who will be the victor. Lotus versus Team Shiiiish. We'll be back right after this.